Some friends of mine are saying, Randy, we're in the thick of silly season. They're referring to these midterm elections. We're here today in Lewis County, Kentucky, which is a Republican stronghold in the midst of a Democratic region. So it's not unusual here to see an elephant on a campaign sign. But wait, there's a donkey on the same sign. Oh my goodness is what some are saying. Some are saying a lot more. We'll go political animal crackers on your 5:30 edition, which starts right now.
WSAZ 5:30 edition.
Love them or hate them, from our shoes to our schools, we live in a world of logos.
Isn't that the truth? Logos symbolize everything from purses and peanuts to political parties. And as News Channel 3's Randy Yohe found out, in one local county executive race, there's a logo flap that has literally become the elephant in the room.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, all right.
Running for Lewis County Judge Executive, Thomas Massey is an MIT graduate who came back home to a farm in Garrison. He's the Republican.
I'm Anita Gilbert, running for Judge Exec. Appreciate your vote.
Judge Executive candidate Anita Gilbert is a former banker who now helps her husband work on cars. She's the Democrat. Both candidates have their campaign signs up, but some of Gilbert's hand-painted signs have both the Democratic donkey logo alongside the Republican elephant logo, as do her newspaper ads and correspondence. Why? Well, Gilbert says she's simply for all people in unity, not some people in partisanship.
The elected officials were charged with taking care of all the people, not a particular party, and we just thought that would be a good idea to have both symbols on there.
If you're a Republican, then tell us so. If you're a Democrat, tell us so. Don't try to blur the line.
When Lewis County Republican Party Chairman Ben Harrison saw his party's logos on the opposition signs, well, let's say strongly objecting was putting it mildly.
She's running as a Democrat. She's in no way affiliated with the Republican Party, so it makes no sense to see an elephant on her sign. You know, that is our logo.
It was never intent that I was endorsed by the Lewis County Republican Party. I just did it to let the voters know that I'm for the people.
Anita Gilbert's Republican opponent takes a somewhat more tempered view to her elephant alongside the donkey.
I decided to get involved because I'm not satisfied with the job either party's doing. So I share some of her sentiments, but I'm not ready to put a donkey on my signs. Well, it's like my wife says, just because you like M&Ms doesn't mean you can put the M&M logo on your sign.
He doesn't want to talk about his support for President Obama.
He's going to keep saying Obama, Obama, Obama.
With bitterly divided party politics tearing like hungry moths at the national political fabric, both candidates here see this local logo flap as a microcosm, but for very different reasons.
Democrats are trying to blur the lines and disassociate with the Obama agenda.
It's time to stop being about the party when we're in so much trouble right now.
Here's a little breakdown of Lewis County. It's very rural, first of all. Population just about 14,000. There are 7,000 registered Republicans, just over 2,000 registered Democrats. Now, on this issue, both sides found out there's nothing against the law about using any kind of a logo on a campaign sign. But the fired-up Republican Party chairman here says, wait a minute, there's nothing criminal about it. However,
the elephant is a registered trademark of the Republican National Committee.
So you're talking civil law?
Absolutely, yes.
Harrison says he hasn't ruled out taking civil action. And what does Gilbert say the largely GOP voting base here thinks about her dual logo sign?
They understand about it. As a matter of fact, most of the signs are in registered Republicans' yards.
I'm not going to do anything about it. There's 3 weeks left in this race.
So until Election Day, there is one sign throughout Lewis County that will likely not be recognized, at least politically. Randy Yohe, WSAZ News Channel 3, Vanceburg.
And by the way, Anita Gilbert tells us the state of Kentucky party logos are a little different than national logos. It's a log cabin for Republicans and the rooster for Democrats.
If the number of registered voters is any indication, this year's election may end up being a near record for Kentucky. Nearly 2.8 million Kentuckians have registered to vote in the November primary. Compare that to the 4 million people who live in the bluegrass. Those numbers are up about 30,000 from this year's primary election. The highest registered election in Kentucky was just a couple of years ago, 2008, with 2.9 million registered voters. To see how those numbers break down by party and gender, you can read more at WSAZ.com.
Now let's get a check of the weather from meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Yeah, nice weather out there for the most part across the region today. Now things kind of going downhill from west to east. Clouds thickening up, some scattered showers and thunder boomers as well. First forecast this evening. A lot of folks heading into downtown Huntington.